Hans B. and Jesus. Hey, I got the nose, bitch. Let's go. Fuck wrong with him, Gator. Hey, it's yeah, put your notification on. I'm gonna punch you like I did Big. Put your notifications on, cuz.
So this is the other point that he made. He was like, well, for your me time session, he was like, I feel like that's a whole other business in itself, which, you know, it is technically. Like, that's something I want to scale the campaign under self-made, but it can certainly be its own brand. So he's like, I feel
oh Lord. Oh, and he got he got the GOAT too.
Only a couple for him there in the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one swallowed.
Man, I'm going to have to turn this off again. Thought my old lady was going upstairs, but
didn't happen on that play.
He was like, I don't see any.
Yeah, man.
Good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Oh, that ain't gonna work, Slim. He tried to run that on me.
To throw, Winston.
Yeah. Don't try to run my play on. Oh, and he got John Wall. Bro, what the freak?
And you know you got a drag route on as your primary call. You got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Its own campaign, its own launch, and it can still very much be a part of my website. But I think for the official launch, I'm just going to focus on the retreat, so people can get to know me, my brand, and know me as retreat.
Yeah,
so I'm going to add that to the bottom of the page. The page is going to stay the way it is.
Yep, Yep, look, yep.
They just do get the play off. Now Winston.
Bro.
Got a man, it's Ross, complete.
So I'm still going to have
Alright, let me turn this shit off.
A gain of 11 and a Charger first.
Roll it out. To replace the me time,
line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
So that my company looks like.
Now they run from the gun with Gordon.
Yeah. Let me turn this shit off.
To the 38.
Access to resources. So that page is going to take some of the same content that me time had.
Creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Squeeze, double. 5-0. 53's mine. Hayward. 53's mine.
On 2nd and 9. Winston going deep downfield for Ross. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going.
Watch the run. Watch safety green.
They'll run on 1st down. Akers. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 27-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move, and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Here we go. Flip it.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Winston hits his running back, Melvin Gordon. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 44-yard line.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On play action, Winston. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Vita Vea, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Hey, stop. Let's go. What we got? Check nickel.
3rd and long for Winston. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Now Rosen. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Motion. Jim. Monday.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
On 2nd down now. It's Grant, and he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Corey Grant, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Gordon. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line.
Ready? Black, what is that? Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Wait. Here we go. Check. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Now on 2nd and 13. Winston going deep downfield for Ross. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his second there. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Wait. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 26.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Here comes Grant on the return. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Where's 52? Block 52.
And now it's Rosen looking. Man open, it's Goodwin. Past the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. I love watching Goodwin play. Of course, everybody knows the story of him being an Olympian. He's a long jumper, right?
Yes.
But you know that he has that athleticism, that big playability.
He certainly does. And not only was he an Olympian as a long jumper, married to a sprinter. How about that for speed in one family? And I love his end zone celebrations now. When he does go deep and beat someone for a touchdown, now he does the long jump as his celebration. Pretty cool deal.
The Charger drive about to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now Gordon on 1st down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
From the 44, Winston. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. The Chargers on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Winston. Got a man open. It's Ross. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
The tackle there by Eli Harold. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Here's Rosen. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Rosen. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Check 99. Check 99.
Off the play fake, here's Rosen. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Well, some credit there to A.J. Green, because he's so tough to cover. Sometimes he causes those penalties.
And he's one of the more difficult guys to cover in the NFL because of his ability to do just about anything on a route. Hard to do. Creates a lot of pass interference calls.
On first down, Grant. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Middle.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Corey Grant with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Charger drive about to get going. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Jameis to throw it. Going deep downfield for Ross. And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Justin Reed. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eli Harrell in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A.J. Green. His 5th touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. He'll have a first down past the 40. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are, and I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing. I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Now, the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
To the air again with Winston. And they will finally get him to the ground as he's forced to tuck it and take the sack.
We've been to enough practices to recognize what we saw there. That was good coaching, right? Taking care of the football, protecting it, making sure you don't give anything up. But boy, oh boy, that's hard for a lot of quarterbacks to give up on a play, isn't it?
Yeah, but he did the right thing. And Winston lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They go back to Grant. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Grant. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Go, go, go.
And they'll throw it with Rosen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. The 2nd down throw for Winston. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Deshaun Hand able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
To throw is Winston. He finds Ross right side. It's complete. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
At the 10-yard line.
Ready. Black 22. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. Let's go.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. This is 3rd and goal. Still looking for the first points of the game. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. And 3 yards on the carry there as his defense holds strong and takes it to 4th and goal. Badgley able to punch this one through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Grant, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Rosen will throw over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, 78 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go. To the emotional side, because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere, and so far just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Gordon. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 33-yard line.
Ready. Blue white. Hey, check. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. White. Echo.
Play fake. Winston. He's going to air one out. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Justin Reed. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Open man is Ross, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Winston. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
This was almost what I've heard referred to as a pick 12.
Pick 12, explain.
Well, you're talking about the 6 that they were trying to get.
Because they were so close to the end
zone.
zone.
And now the 6 going the other direction. So when you take a look at teams on the march, they're in the red zone. Then after the interception, and it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him from going all the way.
Denzel Perryman there to bring him down. On 2nd and 7, Rosen. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Watch 52. 52's the mic. Bandit.
Hey, Haywood.
Hey, Mike 52.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Going to throw deep for... He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Marquise Goodwin there to make the grab. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And the kick is no good, but there are flags behind the line. He's going to get bailed out. I think this is going to be a roughing call. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Check.
They go back to Gordon here on 1st down. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
Ready up.
The mic. 51's the mic. You're not ready. You're not ready.
They go.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vita Vea make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for L.A. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And maybe maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game. I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. Grant, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. A first down carry for Davis. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen.
On 2nd down, it's Grant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Balaj. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits, and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They will run with Grant. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Another try for Davis. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say we'll get better as we go forward.
And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Dolphins, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.